Introduction. The tiger, Panthera tigris, is the largest living cat species and a member of the genus Panthera. It is most recognizable for its dark vertical stripes on orange fur with a white underside. Since the early 20th century, tiger populations have lost at least 93% of their historic range and have been extirpated from Western and Central Asia, the islands of Java and Bali, and in large areas of Southeast and South Asia and China. What remains of the range where tigers still roam free is fragmented, stretching in spots from Siberian temperate forests to subtropical and tropical forests on the Indian subcontinent, Indochina, and a single Indonesian island, Sumatra. The tiger is listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List. As of 2015, the global wild tiger population was estimated to number between 3,062 and 3,948 mature individuals, with most populations living in small isolated pockets. India currently hosts the largest tiger population. Major reasons for population decline are habitat destruction, habitat fragmentation, and poaching. Tigers are also victims of human-wildlife conflict, due to encroachment in countries with a high human population density. The tiger is among the most recognizable and popular of the world's charismatic megafauna. The tiger is the national animal of India, Bangladesh, Malaysia, and South Korea. And shade. The tiger is one of only a few striped cat species. It is not known why spotted patterns and rosettes are the more common camouflage pattern among felids. The orange color may also aid in camouflage, as the tiger's prey are dichromats, and thus may perceive the cat as green and blended in with the vegetation. A tiger's coat pattern is still visible when it is shaved. This is not due to skin pigmentation, but to the stubble and hair follicles embedded in the skin. It has a mane-like heavy growth of fur around the neck and jaws and long whiskers, especially in males. The pupils are circular with yellow irises. The small, rounded ears have a prominent white spot on the back, surrounded by black. These spots are thought to play an important role in intraspecific communication. Size. Generally, males vary in total length from 250 to 390 centimeters, and weigh between 200 and 660 pounds. Females vary in total length from 200 to 275 centimeters, weigh 143 to 368 pounds. Males also have wider forepaw pads, enabling sex to be identified from tracks. The Bengal and Siberian tigers are amongst the tallest cats in shoulder height. They are also ranked among the biggest cats that have ever existed, reaching weights of more than 660 pounds. The tigers of the Sunda Islands are smaller and less heavy than tigers in mainland Asia, rarely exceeding 313 pounds in weight. Fun facts. A tiger's tongue is covered with sharp, small, thorn-like, hooked projections. A tiger's roar can momentarily paralyze or immobilize its prey. Tigers are one of the most vengeful animals on the planet. There exists an extremely rare type of tiger called the golden tiger. Between 1800 and 2009, tigers have killed an estimated 373,000 humans. Social and daily activities. It does not often climb trees, but cases have been recorded. It is a strong swimmer and often bathes in ponds, lakes and rivers, thus keeping cool in the heat of the day. Individuals can cross rivers up to 7 kilometers wide and can swim up to 29 kilometers in a day. The tiger is a long-ranging species, and individuals disperse over distances of up to 650 kilometers to reach tiger populations in other areas. Adult tigers lead largely solitary lives. They establish and maintain territories, but have much wider home ranges within which they roam. Males, however, migrate further than their female counterparts and set out at a younger age to mark out their own area. To identify his territory, the male marks trees by spraying urine, anal gland secretions, marking trails with feces, and marking trees, or the ground with their claws. An adult of either sex will sometimes share its kill with others, even with unrelated tigers. Male tigers are generally less tolerant of other males within their territories than females are of other females. Like other panthera, tigers roar, particularly in aggressive situations during the mating season or when making a kill. The roar can be heard at up to 3 kilometers away and is sometimes emitted 3 or 4 times in succession. Hunting and diet. The tiger has fairly stout teeth. Its somewhat curved canines are the longest among living felids, with a crown height of up to 3.5 inches. The large canines are used for killing, and the carnassials for tearing flesh. In the wild, tigers mostly feed on large and medium-sized mammals, particularly ungulates weighing 60 to 250 kg, 130 to 550 pound. The most significantly preferred species are sambar deer, wapiti, barasingha, and wild boar. Tigers are capable of taking down larger prey like adult gao and wild water buffalo, but will also opportunistically eat much smaller prey, such as monkeys, peafowl and other ground-based birds, hares, porcupines, and fish. They also prey on other predators including dogs, leopards, pythons, bears, and crocodiles. Tigers generally do not prey on fully grown adult Asian elephants and Indian rhinoceros, but incidents have been reported. More often, it is the more vulnerable small calves that are taken. When in close proximity to humans, tigers will also sometimes prey on such domestic livestock as cattle, horses, and donkeys. Although almost exclusively carnivorous, tigers will occasionally eat vegetation for dietary fiber, such as fruit of the slow match tree. Tigers are thought to be mainly nocturnal predators. They generally hunt alone and ambush their prey as most other cats do, overpowering them from any angle, using their body size and strength to knock the prey off balance. Despite their large size, tigers can reach speeds of about 30 to 40 miles per hour, but only in short bursts. Consequently, tigers must be close to their prey before they break cover. 1 in 2 to 20 hunts, including stalking near potential prey, ends in a successful kill. When hunting larger animals, tigers prefer to bite the throat and use their powerful forelimbs to hold onto the prey, often simultaneously wrestling it to the ground. The tiger remains latched onto the neck until its target dies of strangulation. With small prey such as monkeys and hares, the tiger bites the nape, often breaking the spinal cord, piercing the windpipe, or severing the jugular vein or common carotid artery. Rarely, tigers have been observed to kill prey by swiping with their paws, which are powerful enough to smash the skulls of domestic cattle and break the backs of sloth bears. After killing their prey, tigers sometimes drag it to conceal it in vegetation, grasping with their mouths at the site of the killing bite. This, too, can require great physical strength. In one case, after it had killed an adult gao, a tiger was observed to drag the massive carcass over a distance of 39 feet. When 13 men simultaneously tried to drag the same carcass later, they were unable to move it. An adult tiger can go for up to 2 weeks without eating, then gorge on 34 kilograms of flesh at one time. In captivity, adult tigers are fed 3 to 6 kilograms of meat a day. Reproduction and life cycle. The tiger mates all year round, but most cubs are born between March and June, with a second peak in September. Gestation ranges from 93 to 114 days, with an average of 103 to 105 days. A female is only receptive for 3 to 6 days. Mating is frequent and noisy during that time. The female gives birth in a sheltered location such as in tall grass, in a dense thicket, cave or rocky crevice. Tiger cubs stay with their mother for about 2 years and then become independent, leaving their mother's home range to establish their own. The father generally takes no part in rearing. Litters consist of 2 or 3 cubs, rarely as many as 6. Cubs weigh from 28 to 56 ounces, each at birth, and are born with eyes closed. They open their eyes when they are 6 to 14 days old. Their milk teeth break through at the age of about 2 weeks. They start to eat meat at the age of 8 weeks. At around this time, females usually shift them to a new den. They make short ventures with their mother. Females lactate for 5 to 6 months. The cubs start hunting on their own earliest at the age of 11 months, and become independent around 18 to 20 months of age. They separate from their mother at the age of 2 to 2.5 years, but continue to grow until the age of 5 years. Young females reach sexual maturity at 3 to 4 years, whereas males at 4 to 5 years. Unrelated wandering male tigers often kill cubs to make the female receptive, since the tigress may give birth to another litter within 5 months if the cubs of the previous litter are lost. The mortality rate of tiger cubs is about 50% in the first 2 years. Generation length of the tiger is about 8 years. The oldest recorded captive tiger lived for 26 years. The Siberian tiger was on the brink of extinction, with only about 40 animals remaining in the wild in Russia. As a result, anti-poaching controls were put in place by the Soviet Union, and a network of protected zones were instituted, leading to a rise in the population to several hundred. Poaching again became a problem in the 1990s. The major obstacle in preserving the species is the enormous territory individual tigers require, up to 450 kilometers, 280 miles, needed by a single female, and more for a single male. Current conservation efforts are led by local governments and NGOs in concert with international organizations, such as the Worldwide Fund for Nature and the Wildlife Conservation Society. As a result, in a decade later, the Siberian tiger census was estimated from 480 to 540 individuals. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe.